just wanted to make a caveat to anyone who's not my lemon and my grape watching these. No one is going to get hurt by the making of these videos. My mother and father are dead. The people that I speak of, I think for the most part in here, are, if I call them by name, they're dead. So, am I disrespecting the dead? I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to the dead. I'm not that kind of witch. Sorry. Okay, so this is chapter 3. Devils in the DNA, chapter 3, code 12. Okay, so now you know a little bit about my mother and my father. So now you tell me, do I have reason to panic about my ability to be a good enough mother to a socially incompetent, addiction-prone, personality disordered, feverishly demented spawn? Okay. I can only hope that my husband's genes can kick my genes' ass and get a foothold on maybe 50% of our genes. Our child's DNA. Again, shit in one hand. Now, I'm a scientist. Not a hard scientist, but nonetheless a scientist. I like to have proof. Whether or not I'm looking at the correct proof and interpreting it correctly is an entirely different story. Guess where I get that? My mother. Now, my mother actually is a scientist, but she has absolutely no capacity whatsoever to process the information correctly. It's like she has some sort of a wiring problem in her brain that literally makes stuff up. Like it generates its own reality. As proof, I offer you the equator story. Oh my God, I love this fucking story. Oh, I love this story. My mom came to visit me shortly after I moved to San Diego. When I say shortly after, I mean a few days after my boyfriend at the time and I had unpacked the U-Haul. So we take her around and we all visit the sights of that beautiful city. And my mother complained incessantly about the sun. Why is the sun so bright? My mother didn't talk like that, but you know what I'm saying. My eyes are watering from the sun. I can't see the ocean because the sun is too bright. She was not from New York or Jersey. That's just the voice that I did. I do voices. It happens. It happens. Get over it. Okay. We bought her a big brimmed hat and some old lady sunglasses, which reminds me, the next video I need to put on my giant old lady sunglasses and my big brimmed hat. We bought her a big brimmed hat and some old lady sunglasses. You know, the ones that are about a foot wide and have the additional protection at the top and the bottom and the sides and the frames. You know, those bad boys, like this. Finally, she stops bitching. Few days pass. My boyfriend was driving. I'm in the front seat. My mom's in the back, sitting quietly in her floppy hat and her shades. It's a lovely drive that we're taking. My mother tends to talk just non-stop, so my boyfriend and I, we were soaking up the silence. Then my mother says, I know why the sun is so bright here. I blinked a few times and I hesitated a little bit, and as I tend to do when my mother says that she has figured something out with her steel-trap scientific mind. Oh, I asked, why is that then? And she takes a moment as if to add weight to this momentous occasion of brilliant revelation. She's been mulling this over, this conundrum, apparently for the past few days. Because San Diego is so much closer to the equator than Dallas is. But she said equator like equator. My boyfriend and I, we shoot a look at her in the rearview mirror and then sideways glance at each other. We're trying real hard not to laugh. Says my boyfriend, I don't know if that is actually the case. My mother lifted her chin in defiance. It has to be, she stated with finality. That is the only explanation I can come up with. I see that my boyfriend is about to respond, and I reach over and I clamped my hand tightly to his thigh. See, this move I had perfected over the years that we had been with each other. When I can tell that he was going to try logic and or reason with my mother, the grip says, please, you're only hurting yourself if you do this. Let it go. Take a breath and let it go. So we got back to the house, and my boyfriend and I, we practically just like ran each other over in this mad dash to Google the latitudes of Dallas and San Diego. We were both just giggling like school children. We're whispering out the corner of our mouths how bizarre my mother is. So, just so you know, Dallas, 3278. San Diego, 32.715. Dallas is closer to the equator. Barely, but it's closer. And at this point, we just lost our shit. We're doubling over, laughing, snorting. Never told my mother. It wouldn't make a lick of difference. Okay? So, I am stuck looking at the proof that I'm literally going to screw my children. I can see myself pulling an equator or teaching them an inappropriate joke because I was drunk at the time, and they're just so sick and adorable when they say that it's I mean, I'm doomed. I am doomed. I am the crossbreed of these two particular mammals. The closer my first doctor visit gets, the more insane I become. I just got this picture in my head of me throwing these chunks of memory at my friends and family as I screamed and wailed like a banshee that they couldn't let me go through with this because I'm so horrible. And would they just look at all of this proof I'm showing them? Look at the bones. I mean, I'm a chimp at this point, throwing poo. Calling all defense mechanisms, code 12, she's gaining insight into her behaviors. We've breached. Get the booze. Damn it. Oh, she has to work. What else do we have? Humor? We gotta make it big. Tell her to have a blog. Well, shit. If I'm gonna come clean for just a little bit, I need to go back under the covers, okay? Do you have any idea how much I edit what I write? After I wrote that original blog on both my mom and my dad, I couldn't post it. I read them and I was like, man, that is so sad. That is so awful. I don't want to put that out there. Another one I thought was, oh no, I'm too angry. I can't say that. I can't write that. Like, what am I doing? Like, I had originally bought a journal to write about my thoughts about what was going on. That was just a stupid idea. I hate to write. I can't spell. And my brain goes faster than my hands, and my hands shake, and my handwriting is terrible anyway. And pretty soon, I am just being so hard on myself that I haven't even crossed the room to pick up the journal before I've just talked myself out of it. So then I thought, well, I could still journal, but I would just do it on the computer. I can type very well, and I can keep up with my brain, and Word has my saving grace of spell check, and so as soon as I thought about that, then I immediately thought, well, hey, I'll start a blog. Like, that'll be fun. Like, I'll make it fun. Fun. What I'm going through is fun. The anxiety, the fear, the anger, the self-loathing is fun. Man, when I tell you I am good at deluding myself, holy hell, my defenses are powerful. My original intention was to journal my actual thoughts and emotions, and I can't even let myself have that. Like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I be honest about any of this? Like, I wasn't even going to tell anyone about this blog. What did I do today? What did I do? I told people. If I'm honest with myself, I know exactly why I did that. I wanted better excuses to cover up what I actually feel. If I have friends reading this or watching this, I just realized I don't want them to worry about me or to see how weak I'm feeling or to know how I actually think and feel about myself. Like, I would edit myself to protect my friends, like lie for them, turn myself into a freak show to make them laugh so that I could feel better. I am using you. God, I'm such a bad person. I mean, I feel like a bad, unworthy person. Do you know how badly I am fighting writing an Uber edited version of the meltdown I had with my husband the other day? Well, I'm gonna come clean. If I had 5 glasses of wine. I had 5 glasses of wine. And suddenly, everything I saw on the television made me think of love, of family, babies, friends. And my husband is just sitting there, such a wonderful man. And my love for him and the fear of not being able to have a child with him, disappointing him, it all comes swelling up, right? I was so scared. I felt so ashamed, like I had duped him, like in some way, into loving me because I could not possibly deserve him, and I actually believe that. I really do. And it all came out in a horrible, drunken, shivering moment in time. I was being truthful. As drunk as I was actually telling the truth and spilling my feelings for the first time in a long time. Oh, crap, I'm done. Hubby just sent me an instant message telling me that I should write a book and that I am an awesome writer and that he loves the way I write. I feel all the walls of defenses locked back into place, back into the box with me. But I'm going to make a promise to myself. I am going to post this tomorrow as is. No editing. I'm nauseous just thinking about it. But I'm going to do it, and I can't stop me. Now I'm panicking. Panicking because I just realized. Hello. Oh well, I can't stop me now.